shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park, but meantime, sound of the river, you stop and you hold everything. A band is blowing Dixie, double fall time. You feel alright when you hear the music ring. Well, now you step inside, but you don't see too many faces. Coming in out of the rain, they hear the jazz go down. Competition in other places, but the horns, they blowing that sound. Way on down south, way on down south, London town.
Oh, the wind whistles down the cold dark street tonight, and the people, they were dancing to the music vibe. And the boys, just the girls with the curls in their hair, while the shouting men who just sit way over there. And the songs, they get louder, each one better than before. And you're singing the songs, thinking this is a life. And you wake up in the morning and your hip is twisted sides. Where you gonna go, where you gonna go, or where you gonna sleep tonight? And you're singing the songs, thinking this is a life. And you wake up in the morning and your hip is twisted sides. Where you gonna go, where you gonna go, or where you gonna sleep tonight? Or where you gonna sleep tonight? So you're heading down the road in your taxi for 4, and you're waiting outside Jimmy's front door. But nobody's in and nobody's home till 4. So you're sitting there with nothing to do, talking about Robert Riger and his motley crew. And where you gonna go and where you gonna sleep tonight? And you're singing the songs, thinking this is the life. And you wake up in the morning and your head feels twisted stars. Where you gonna go, where you gonna go, or where you gonna sleep tonight? And you're singing the songs, thinking this is a life. And you wake up in the morning and your head feels twisted stars. Where you gonna go, where you gonna
follow the Moskva down to Gonky Park, listening to the wind of change. An August summer night, soldiers passing by, listening to the wind of change. The world is closing in. Did you ever think that we could be so close, like brothers?